All right, ladies and gentlemen, I am here with my best friend and brother Eric Brown, who I don't know I've known since I was a wee child, and
You
a wee child. I was
man.
I was a wee child, and
Child.
yeah.
You've
Don't
never
let
been
it fool you. Don't let it fool you. Listen, he is as old as I am. All right, he's not as
I
old
am
as I am.
not.
He's almost as old. Listen, don't listen to his shit. Don't listen to him. He's lying right now. He's always lying.
I didn't even say how old I was.
Listen, it doesn't matter. The fact that you're trying to say you're not as old as I am is just a lie. It's just a lie. Just because you look like you're 27 or something doesn't mean you're actually 27 or something.
No, I'm not 27, but I am younger than you. But
I mean, I ain't having that. You just take that and put it elsewhere.
Can't help it. I was blessed with good genes. What can I say?
Oh, damn. Levi's doesn't have anything to do with this.
No, Levi's is all.
None whatsoever. Hey, Cooper Aquatics, how are you, brother?
Not the genes with a J, genes with a G, boy.
Oh,
genes.
Really? That's what we're doing?
That's what we're doing.
Man, you don't get to come in here telling me that he's not as old as I am. You just don't know. Listen.
She knows. Everybody knows.
Man, nobody knows. Listen, nobody knows. I'm just saying, nobody knows.
Everybody knows.
You put your ID up. Whatever. Put your ID up. Live on YouTube.
No, man. People see that. No.
Come on, prove it, man.
Oh, yeah. That I'm younger than you? I think it's a visual can prove that.
Oh, listen.
I'm not saying that I'm 27 because if anybody out there, I am not 27. I haven't been 27 for a while.
No, you know what that was? You know what that was?
Definitely younger than the gentleman on the other screen.
That was what they call obfuscation.
Whatever they call it is true.
No, well, it's obfuscation. That's what it is. See, I throw out one lie, you throw out the other lie, and nobody believes either one of them. So that's how that works.
It wasn't a lie, though.
What?
What I said wasn't a lie, though.
No, it was. Hey, what's up, Furlough? How are you doing, brother? So
who are these people? I can't see these people you talking to.
Man, yes, you can. Look on your chat bar right there on the right-hand side. See that chat bar? Oh, you might have to click on the chat button.
Oh, okay. Hold on.
See,
there we go.
On the comment button. Right. There you go.
Okay.
Now you can see people.
Yeah.
Now you can see people. These are the fish family. These are the folks that take care of their fish and talk about their fish and know stuff about their fish.
Oh, that's what's up, fish family? Nice to be on the show. Thanks for having me. I appreciate it.
And they know stuff you don't know. I mean, they know lots of stuff you don't know.
Well, that's good. I would hope so if they fish people. And
they are. I mean, huh? Man, we're not having this Eric knows stuff they don't know because that's just not true. Eric just
hold on. Eric probably does know some things that they don't know, but that's a topic for another day.
Really. All right, so I think we should well at some point we'll have a conversation about what you know and what you don't know, and it'll be fun because
it's gonna take more than an hour.
I don't know about all that.
It's gonna take about all that. An hour.
Yeah, man.
Give me an hour alone just to talk about martial arts.
Oh, do we have to go through that again?
I didn't say we had to. I'm just saying if we did.
Oh, okay. Well, I mean, we'll be out there punching banana trees and stuff, and
That's because the banana trees was talking smack. So I had no, man. I told you, man, my grandma didn't want no banana trees no more. So
you went out and kicked them down. Yeah, I know.
I had to practice.
Listen. None of that's okay. You don't go out there kicking trees. Leave those trees alone.
Banana trees, I do.
Man, just leave those trees alone. I'm telling you, that's none of that's okay.
Bro, so listen, me and the trees are friends. Okay.
Yeah, until you go kicking them.
No, they okay. They hurt me just as much as I hurt them. And I save more trees than I kick.
But listen, they weren't doing anything. They were just hanging out minding their own business, and you walked up out of the blue and went out kicking them.
They said, "Hey, man, come get your training on."
That's what they said. Come get your training on.
Come get your training on. If you're gonna help save us, you can kick at least one of us. That's what they said. Okay.
So downtown Eric Brown here happens to be a Muay Thai trainer. He's one of those guys who could beat you up if I don't know, you tried. But look at it. It looks like a guy who could beat you up. I mean, look at this man. This is not a man who looks like he could beat you up. Like you would see him on the street and you'd be like, dude, that guy ain't doing nothing.
It's all about deception, man. Haven't you read Sun Tzu before? It's all about deception. That's the art of war.
Sun Tzu. We're going to Sun Tzu. This is what we're doing.
This is.
Oh, damn, dude.
I don't look like I could beat a bunch of people up, and I'm not saying I can beat up anybody. But if you think that if you just walk up on me and start a fight, that's going to be an easy win, then that might be a different scenario.
Yeah, well, who knows? I mean, I don't think we'll ever test that out again.
Anyway, I know we're here talking about some fish, man. What's up?
We are going to talk about some fish. So actually, we're not going to talk about fish right away because we're going to talk about what we did today. Because Heather and Liz and I, we all went down to the beach today and we went beach combing and went digging around. We got this spot that we used to go to all the time. It's a great fishing spot, and we go out there and cast it. Well, you've been there. Anyway, where Kira and I got bumped by a freaking bull shark.
Oh yeah, that day that wasn't fun.
Yeah, it was fun. Nobody died. Died.
No, nobody died. It's all good.
I know. And we were way out in the water, and it was cool. But anyway, we went there, and we were looking for mangrove seeds because we need mangrove for the saltwater tanks and for the brackish tanks. Hey, Third Coast, how you doing, man? But anyway, so we went out there. We went digging around out there, came back with some really nice mangrove starts, man. And these snails, oh my God, these beautiful freaking snails. One of these guys is this big. How do you do that on that screen? That screen turns weird. Anyway, big old snail. He's hanging out in the starter saltwater tank right now. And we got this seaweed that is this glorious bright green. I mean, it's just the most incredible bright green you've ever seen, and in different shapes. Some of it's like really flowy and watery, and some of it's like grass, and some of it's really flowy and green and watery, and it also has leaves in it that are bright white. It's the coolest thing I've ever seen. And if you were to walk into an aquarium shop, to buy this stuff, you'd probably pay freaking $20 for a tiny piece of it. I walked out in the water and picked it up. God, it's good to live in Florida. Sometimes it's good to live in Florida. What happened?
I said, why don't you show us?
Well, man, I'm not going to I'm not pulling the laptop around. You can look at the cichlids right now. They're fine. They're good. I'm not going over to this. No.
Boo.
Oh, shut up, man. There's no light over there. Oh, don't even start that. No. You can come over here with your phone and you can walk around and show people if you want to.
I can't come over there right now.
Well, I know it's a drive. So Nick was going to be on tonight, and but as we all, as some of us know, Nick's a paramedic, and there's COVID right now, so paramedics are in high demand. And
definitely,
yeah,
sure.
He got called in, and he's doing stuff.
How's he doing though? Other than that, everything good?
Man, he's good, but he is burnt out. The company he's working for was bought out by a hedge fund company. So I don't know if you know this or not, but there's a lot of ambulance companies out there that are owned by private companies as opposed to like by the hospital or by the county or the state or whatever. They're actually owned.
See, I did know that. Something I knew.
Yeah. Well done. So anyway, the company he's working for got bought out by a freaking hedge fund company, and the hedge fund company likes to make money, but they don't like to care about their employees in any way, shape, or form. So they're working these guys to death. I mean, they're all putting in 70 hours a week, and then they are not allowed to say no if they're called in for another shift. So if they call them, they have to go in. Like they have no choice. So, already putting in 60, 70 hours a week, and then all of a sudden they call you up and say, hey, you got to come in. And they've been doing this to him almost every week. So he's not getting any rest. And Atlas, our grandson, he's just a year old. So, or not even, just a year old, and he doesn't sleep, through the morning. So they're getting Atlas is getting him up at 5 o'clock in the morning, and then he's hanging with the kid until Gabby gets home from work, and then he's going right back into a shift, a 12-hour shift. Or a 14-hour shift,
he's out there jeopardizing his life to save everybody else's, and he's being paid less than a cashier at Wawa or Chick-fil-A.
Yeah, it's ridiculous. Hey there, manes, tails, fur, and fins. Jess, I hate how long your name is.
Don't listen to him, mains, tails, furs, and fans. You got a great name. Great name. Oh,
well, I mean, it's descriptive. Listen, it's descriptive. Not only is her name really long, but her intro when she does live chats is like really long too. It's like half an hour of hanging out, watching her do cool stuff, which I mean is cool. But it's like the longest entry I've ever seen.
And Patty, I don't know you, but I want to let it all hang out too after midnight. I'm down. So this is
Patty, isn't that for Vinny's channel? Isn't that kind of Vinny's channel's thing? The whole just like let it all hang out. That's what I thought anyway. Usually is. So yeah. So anyway, the trip to the beach was good. You're gonna have to come on the next one, like for real. Next time we do this, you're gonna have to come hang out with me. And I'm hoping. I chatted with Aquafunk Aquatics this week, and he said he might come down and hang out and go with us too. He said he doesn't like the beach. He's not a beach fan, but he'll tough it out for us. He'll tough it out for us. Make some great video. Beach
is nice. Beach is fun. I just don't. I don't. As long as we're not going to suntan, because that So
listen, man, you could use a tan.
Nah, man, I'm good. There's no reason for me to have to lay in the sun for hours and hours to get a darker complexion. I'm great.
You'd be all right.
I mean, I could, but I don't want to. So
all right. Well, listen, I'm not gonna force you to do anything you don't want to do. You know how that is.
Because you can go to jail for that.
Is that right? I've heard that. I've heard you can go to jail for that. So I am more than glad to answer any fish-related questions if anybody has any. Of course, all you people are freaking experts and have no questions. So maybe you want to ask Eric about Muay Thai because he knows stuff that you don't know.
Unless you are a Muay Thai practitioner, which in that case you probably know the same things that I know.
You still might know stuff. Yeah. Oh, yes, Mr. Idol. What's up, Mr. Idol? How are you?
Wearing sunblock does go for light and dark meat, Patty. That is true. That is true. But if I have to choose between going to the beach and sunbathing with friends or just staying at home, if all they're going to do is sunbathe, then I'm probably just staying at home.
Listen, Patty. I have actually been to the beach with Eric and seen him get sunburned. I have. It's true.
Shut up. That has never happened.
It is true.
It is
100% true.
I have never, ever in my life been sunburned.
Okay.
Never.
Well, you were sore.
Never.
You were like tacky. Like
I get dark for sure, but I've never been sunburned. Now, my daughter, yes. Me, not so much.
How is Kira, by the way?
She's great, man. She's great.
Yeah.
She just took her SATs, I think like last week, so we're waiting for the results to get back.
Oh my God, she just took her SATs?
Yeah, man. It's about
Holy Christ.
About that time.
We're getting old, man.
You're getting old. I'm getting better.
You're getting old too. No, listen.
I'm getting better.
Did we already have this conversation? I think we already had this conversation.
Just because we had it don't mean that your part was right.
Jesus. I mean, yeah, it does. Yeah, it does.
No, I'm pretty
100%. 100%.
But anyway, man, she's great. She's, right now she's preparing to go on a trip for her spring break, visit some colleges, visit UF. There's a college in Atlanta that one of her friends wants to check out that her friend's dad graduated from. It's a small school, but it's a really good school. So
yeah.
She's going to be out of town for the next few days, but she's good, man. She's doing great in school, still getting good grades, ready to move on.
So in a couple of days, she's going to go college hunting on a vacation, and it's spring break, Eric.
Yeah, man, that's my baby. That is where we need her to be. Okay, so we're doing the right thing.
So remember when I told you that teenagers don't behave in the way you think they do, and they don't tell you that they behaved in the way they did until they're like 30.
Well,
then they turn around and they're like, "Remember when I was going on that vacation to look for schools, and I actually went to Fort Lauderdale?"
Yeah, but they're not going by themselves. They're going with other parents.
Oh. Okay.
I'm not gonna let her just go to Atlanta by herself for the first time. Like,
well, I didn't think you were gonna let her go by herself. I didn't think you were like gonna stick her on a bus and be like, "Go to Atlanta, have fun, see ya."
I might, maybe.
Yeah, well,
I might. You never know. You never know.
So, yeah, man, we're having a really good time with this freaking rescue. we've got a lot of fish that have come in recently. We've got a lot. We had goldfish last week, and we've had Oscars come in, and green spotted puffers, and all these little other fish, and big fish, and man, it's really been a good time. We got everything set up again. By the way, I don't know if were you down here when I had the pools in the front yard?
Yes, I was, and yes, third coach, you do got to let them fly at some point. I totally agree.
That is a fact.
But yes, yeah, I was there when you had them in front.
Yeah, well, they're under the carport now. They got moved into under the carport and got some lattice around them. And the yard police came along and said they were afraid a child was going to come jump in my fish pool and drown.
I mean, you know, stranger things have happened. So
I mean, I get that, but you know, and I asked them to them, like, you know, can I put a fence around it? I'll just put a fence around it. No big deal. Keep the kids out. And they gave me a big fat no on the fence. Now, they didn't give me any explanation why they gave me a big fat no on the fence. They just said, no, you can't have a fence.
Well, if they're anything like my dog, then they can climb fences. So,
children
Yeah.
can climb. Yeah, yes, children can climb fences. That is true.
So,
But I wasn't going to put like a 2-foot picket fence around it. I was going to put a fence around it.
oh, well, that just looks weird in front of a carport. So why?
It wasn't in front of the carport. It was to the side of the carport.
Oh, you meant while they were still over there. You were going
Yeah.
to around them over there. Oh, I see what you're saying.
Fences are evil. Well, I mean, unless you're a
And-
child who falls into pools and drowns with catfish, I guess it's
You know, I would really
50-50.
not have a fence because I don't like fences.
Listen, I didn't want a fence either, but I would prefer a fence to having to move like my entire world so that I can put pools under my carport.
It's better this way. Now you don't have to worry about like other shit getting in there. Maybe a bird swoop. I don't know if birds swoop down and get fish out of pools.
They're not getting any of these fish out of those pools. Actually, any bird that swoops down to get a fish out of this pool is going to be lunch.
For who?
Big Puppy will eat him. That big old catfish, boy, he'll jump right up there and suck up a fish.
You mean bird?
Or bird. Man, don't correct me.
Isn't that why you brought me?
Yeah. I don't know. Listen. So,
How long did it take?
how long did what take? Moving the pools?
More of the stuff, yeah.
Freaking forever, man. Okay, so we had all the Halloween stuff stored under the carport, all of it. Like
Right.
the haunted house, all the parts of it were under there, all the decorations, all the boxes of lights and smoke machines and all that stuff. So all that stuff had to find a new place, and you know how big this house is. It's not big enough to be shoving stuff around in weird places.
Right.
So, hey, Monster Fish Gal. So we found space for a lot of it. A lot of it got thrown away too, which was, kind of sad. Like the entire haunted house won't be getting done again, which is unfortunate because, you know how cool that was.
Yeah, that was always a blast. That was always
Uh-huh.
a blast for sure.
But it's gone. I had to pitch it all. All the cardboard is gone. All the fence is gone. I mean, it's gone. So I think what we've decided to do now every Halloween is we're just going to invite people over, and if you want to bring a 10 by 10 tent with you, then we'll link them together. But but you're going to take it home with you too. So what happened?
I am not bringing a tent.
I mean, you don't have to bring one. You just show your little ass up. But Chuck will pull a tent. Robbie will pull a tent, and anybody else who brings one of those. And I don't mean a tent. You know what I'm talking about? Those sun cover things.
Yeah, that's what I'm telling you. So you're just gonna pop those up? We're just gonna stand in them?
Well, no, we'll build around them, but we're not going to build around them. We'll just do it with material, so we don't have stuff to store like that. We'll just hang that circus wrap around it, and it'll still look the same for the most part. It just won't be stuff I have to store, and it won't be as solid. Unfortunately, you won't be able to just run into the walls. But
Well, that might be a problem because we scared the shit out of people.
oh yeah. Yeah, we have terrified some children. We've terrified some adults. There's plenty
of times that there's been a loud. It's somebody.
This is true. This is true.
They're about
this is
to piss
absolutely
their
true.
pants. So,
Boy, that one kid damn near went through the fence last year or the year before last. I keep wanting to say last year, but that's not true because COVID.
True.
But the year before last.
Yeah. For sure.
Man, who wants to be calling me?
Oh, that's you. I thought that was my other line.
No, it's me. It's Chuck's calling.
Oh.
Chuck's calling. But yeah, man. So unfortunately, that's all gone, and we'll have to
Hey, that's all right, man.
Come up with some new stuff. We'll probably the next Halloween that we could actually do. I'm sure we will Halloween out the fish like crazy. Dead bodies floating in the tanks, and that kind of stuff.
Because
that kind of stuff.
That's what we want.
Here goes.
And tell Chuck I said what's up. And
I'm not answering the phone. Liz is answering the phone, or Heather's answering the phone. Somebody's answering.
Whoever's answering the phone. Tell Chuck I said. So, but I mean, we gotta adapt, right? COVID kind of switched things up for a lot of people. So,
God, COVID sucks, man.
You just gotta figure out new ways to do it.
And unfortunately, the vaccines are not going to just make it disappear yet. It's still going to be a while. And, as much as I would love for it to disappear next year, I think it's still hanging around. I think we're still going to have to be dealing with it a little bit. We'll get through it. God knows we'll get through it, but none of us are ever going to forget this. This has been a hell of a thing,
Well, of course.
And seeing these are the stories you're going to be telling your great grandkids someday. We had 3 years where we couldn't do a damn thing ever because people would die if we went outside and breathed on them. Yeah.
True. Very true.
Kind of stories.
For sure.
It's going to be those kind of stories. I don't know.
I can't wait. To sit around the fire.
Right? Telling those stories?
Yeah, man.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Because
when COVID is just the flu.
If I'm that old at that point, that means you're that much older. So it's a win-win for me.
Man, I don't know what's wrong with you. There's a lot wrong with you.
But we don't have time to go through all that today. What's wrong with you? Okay? We don't have time for that.
I mean, I know this. This is a fact.
We need the whole 2 hours and like another guest on that has a degree in brain trauma and neurological dysfunctions.
Yeah. Kaylers, we did used to put the Halloween decorations up outside. That was we took up the whole freaking front yard. The whole front yard was a haunted house.
Oh yeah, 6 foot fencing and roofs and everything. It was a big project.
It was like 5 hallways, and we'd scare you through all of them. It was good stuff.
Oh yeah.
But I just don't have anywhere to store all that stuff anymore. I thought about putting it in storage, but once you do that, you just have a forever bill, and stuff never gets used. And you know how that is. It's just dumb. It's just dumb. Anybody else want to come up? Anybody got the guts to join in this silly ass conversation?
I don't know. I mean, please do, because it'll help break up the whatever we got going on. So
is it monotony? Is that what it is?
I don't know if it's monotony, but whatever it is.
Listen, will you start singing Disney songs or something?
Why? I'm sure they do not want to hear me sing Disney songs.
I'll bet they want to hear you sing Disney songs. I bet they do. No, listen, I am sure they want to hear you sing. I'm positive. I am certain of it. Especially if it's like The Little Mermaid. Do The Little Mermaid.
No.
What do you mean no? Come on, man.
Man, I ain't warm up my pipes or nothing. Now you just want me to bust into a Little Mermaid song?
Can you at least do a Jamaican accent?
No, you remember how that worked out last time. What the hell? I mean, you just love setting you up for failure, don't you?
I think it worked out just fine. That was kind of a fun night.
For you, maybe. The only thing that was fun for me was watching you fall over the fence.
Yeah. I'm sure that was entertaining.
To
be fair, the chair broke. Like, I didn't fall over the fence. I stepped on a chair that broke. And then fell over.
No, the chair did not break. You decided to step on a chair that had slats and your foot went through it.
No, the slat broke.
Well, the slat broke. That's what happens when you, sir, step on a vinyl piece of plastic.
Man, that was an expensive piece. That was
not even hard plastic. It was like soft plastic.
Yeah, but it was an expensive chair. That thing should have held up.
Really expensive chair at the Best Western? Mm-hmm. That doesn't happen.
The Best Western. It was the Best Western too, wasn't it?
Yeah, that doesn't happen. You don't have chairs at the Best Western. Elizabeth, you want some Disney songs? For real?
Yeah, Heather says you need to do Disney songs. You hear this?
I heard Heather say that, and I see Elizabeth wants some Disney songs too. Under the Sea. Oh my gosh!
Come on, warm up them pipes. under the sea.
No, I'm just kidding. Maybe if it feels like it moves.
If the bell rings. If the bell rings. All right. Yeah, I'm okay. Okay.
I'll throw one in there. I'll throw one.
How about now?
So stay tuned. How about now? Really? See, this is why I don't hang out as much anymore because
This is not why you don't hang out as much anymore. You're just damn busy. You need to stop being so damn busy and get down here more often.
I have been busy lately, but
I know it's been crazy. We've all been busy. I've been busier than I have been in my entire freaking life. You know, you think you're gonna like jump into a fish rescue and it's gonna be all just hanging out with fish, but man.
you should have called on your boy and be like, hey, I'm gonna start this fish rescue. Any advice since you used to rescue captive bred wolves and wolf dogs? And I would have told you, yeah, your whole life's gonna go away because not gonna have time to really do anything. So,
I guess that's fair.
He had to do his call, man. I would have told you. I wouldn't have even discouraged you either. I would just give it to you straight. But like, yeah, man, it's gonna be great. But you just know you're probably not gonna have a whole lot of free time anymore. So
yeah, well, true story, bro.
Wow, Elizabeth, you want it now? Wow,
she's kind of demanding.
I know.
That was kind of demanding. She's like, now, hooker, sing for your supper.
No, are you gonna take me to dinner first? Yeah.
No, Liz ain't taking you to dinner.
Elizabeth, you would take me to dinner, wouldn't you? I'm assuming that we're just talking about. You can send over some Uber Eats. I'll give you my address.
Olive Garden, maybe you want to go to Olive Garden.
We don't even have to meet. You just send a dinner to me, and
I'm not feeling like. I tell you what. We'll play Russian roulette food delivery. You order something for me. I'll order something for you.
Yeah, but you're not singing Disney songs. This is to get Disney songs.
I'll sing with you.
No, please don't. Please don't do that.
Come on, man.
Please don't do that. We want the people to come back.
They'll come back. I can sing.
You can. I mean, everybody can.
I have a pretty high voice.
Everybody
I get right up there in
sing.
those high octaves.
It's just a question of whether they can sing well.
Oh. Okay. Well, so anyway, let's play Russian roulette dinner. Let's actually, we should get everybody to play Russian roulette dinner. Well, I'll pick a partner and everybody send food to the other person via Uber Eats. Don't tell them what it is. Just send it.
Thank you, Mike. James must know who you are. James must know who you are because James says, no, Mike, you can't sing. So he must have met you before.
Listen, James, if you're going to give me that kind of smack, you need to come up and give me smack to my face. Don't tell me I can't sing.
At the same time, I would really like to know when you sang for James because I've honestly never really heard you sing, at least anytime within the last 10 years. So
you've never heard me sing sober.
True.
I mean, true. Those are very different things. And since you weren't sober either, you don't remember. It's all good.
I don't remember that you can't carry a tune. I'm pretty sure.
No, I can carry a tune. I was in choir.
You were? See,
I was.
I just learned something new about you.
Yeah, I was in choir.
Oh, yeah, go ahead, show us what you got. Go ahead, man. You was in the choir, do your thing.
Well, listen, that was then. This is now. Now I'm a smoker.
So what does that mean?
I can sing Bob Seger.
Well, then hit us with some Bob Seger then. Go ahead.
I don't know the words.
God damn it.
I'm sorry.
I'm telling you, man. You just Anyway.
Who is James? I feel like James must be somebody I know. So I can't place who that is.
I would hope so, unless you're just singing from random people. And if that's the case, then I'm gonna be a bit jealous.
He says, but then either was like, is that James? Which James is that?
Wow, Elizabeth, how you know he can't dance? Elizabeth, how do you know? Elizabeth, I think we're gonna be friends because
I can shuffle
cards, maybe, but you can't.
No. Listen, I can shuffle. I can shuffle. I shuffle like a beast. I can shuffle like if we were at one of those music festivals.
Yep.
Like I can shuffle like they would put the camera on me because I'm shuffling.
Yeah, because it's gonna look so funny to everybody. That's
man,
we're gonna need a good laugh at the concerts time.
You're so dirty.
I am not dirty. I just got.
You're so dirty. You know who that Elizabeth is, right? You know who that Elizabeth is, right?
No, is that Liz?
That's Liz. Yeah.
Oh,
that's just Liz. It's just Liz beating up on us.
Oh, I'm not. Well, but you still right, Liz. You still right. You right. He cannot dance. I don't. If any of you guys have ever seen him dance, you would know. I've seen it multiple times. And
James says, I seem like every time he stops over, we stop over there. What?
Sounds like you and James got to work that out.
It sounds like I got to work that out. Like either that or I know him by like a nickname or something. I don't know who I'm. Anyway, who knows? It's weird shit.
Maybe you met him at the beach.
Like maybe it's Chuck's alter ego. I don't know.
Maybe. We are Mike's fave troll.
Oh hell.
Maybe you met him at the beach. On one of your field trips.
Maybe. Who knows?
Maybe you met him in the water.
Oh, is that a mudslide?
Maybe you met him in the water.
My wife just brought me a mudslide.
Maybe
did your wife bring you a mudslide? James, did your wife bring you a mudslide?
I don't have a wife, so
that's okay. James did. Oh, it's James and Sheila. James. Hi, James. How you doing, buddy?
Hi, James.
Like, what the hell? Okay, I got it now.
Ah, so you do know this James. Did you meet him?
I do. Holy hell, that's a mudslide. Oh my god. Okay. Woo. Good morning. Good morning. That was a wake-up call right there.
Way to go. I love a good strong mudslide.
Man, that one was rough. That's
Don't worry, it'll help warm up your epiglottis so you can show us the singing voice of yours, Bob.
Oh, okay. The epiglottis. Did we just go there? Listen, this is a fish channel. The fish channel. We don't use words like that.
Oh, I'm sorry. I swirl your throat then.
That's better. Much better.
So, now that you got that going for you, that should have calmed down some of the raspiness with the coolness of the mudslide. So let's go, Bob. Hit it. I'll back you.
So listen. Do you prefer African cichlids or South American cichlids?
Me?
Yeah.
I don't really have a preference, I guess.
What do you mean you don't have a preference?
Bob,
everybody has a preference. South American or African?
I don't have a preference. South American, I don't know. It's same to me. I'm not the fish guy. You think you're the fish guy? Oh,
do you think South American cichlids have a Spanish accent when they bubble?
Probably.
Yeah.
Probably.
They'd be like, "Yo, man, come ride at my love machine, huh?" You think they're like that?
I mean, if they're like East LA South American cichlids, maybe.
James, stop trying to eat my fish.
He says he rescues fish and we buy the tartar sauce.
People keep threatening to bring over cocktail sauce for Big Puppy, and I'm just not having it.
That We're is so wrong. Y'all leave them fish alone.
That's what I'm saying. It's just not right.
It took them a long time to get them fish.
They are rescued, not dinner.
Exactly.
So, oh, the dogs are going nuts. I don't know what's happening. Oh, Chuck must have just showed up.
Oh, that's what's up. Tell Chuck I said what's up.
I will when I see him. He's on the other side of the house, though. So, it's gonna be tough to do. One of you buggers needs to come up.
Come on, man. Hit that Bob Seger for us since you was in the choir.
I am not hitting the Bob Seger for you since I was in the choir. That has nothing to do with nothing.
I thought that had to do with everything.
No, sir. Whatever. Not this time of night. Now, see, you I know can pull out the Disney songs and just out of nowhere. I've seen you do it. Like, you don't have to be doing nothing. You wake right the hell up and pull out a Disney song.
That is not true.
It is true. It is true. It is literally true. I have seen you wake up with a Disney song on your lips.
I gotta go to the bathroom first.
I don't think so. In fact, I think I've heard you sing Disney songs while you're in the bathroom. I'm pretty sure.
Well, yeah, if I'm in the shower and you know the spirit moves me, I gotta belt a tune. Come on, man.
Come on, man.
Come on.
Come on, man.
All the time.
So
that's nothing new.
What?
I said
so
that's
nothing new. So do you like goldfish, Eric?
I mean, yeah.
Yeah. Have you ever had fish?
Yes, which is kind of why I don't have them anymore. Because
what happened?
The last fish tank I had, I electrocuted probably all the fish and almost myself. So, and it wasn't like I did anything crazy. Somehow it was one of the little heater things in there, and it cracked, and I didn't know.
Oh, yeah, that happens. That happens. That's a thing. You hear that a lot, actually. Those people, those glass heaters are not safe, and they overheat, and the glass stretches, and they pop, and all of a sudden you got electricity flowing through.
See, this is why I don't do with fish anymore. But
why? Because one thing made a mistake.
Well, that and it was just keeping up with the fish tank and stuff like that. Plus, I had other things and goals and like that I wanted to do, and I'm just like I'm good with the fish tanks. I'm good with fish tanks. So I'll leave the fish tanks to you, man. You the fish guy.
All right. I'm good with that. I am good with that. You can come over and hang with the fish anytime you want. So I'm thinking about doing a video hanging out in the pool with Big Puppy because he really is a big puppy. He'll come lay in your lap and want you to pet him. Yeah, he's
like
a big
while you're in the pool, for real?
Yeah, for real.
Oh, that's cool.
And Liz says she's waiting for her song. But anyway, under the sea.
Under the sea.
Under the sea. Come on, man.
The downwards with the ticket from me. Up on the shore, they work all day. Up in the sun, they slave away. Oh, why are you floating? You could be floating under the sea. All right, that's
under the sea. You even did that in a Jamaican accent.
The nude played the flute, the bass played the bass, the shot played. No, I'm just joking. Because I'm gonna start going, and then I'm not gonna be able to stop.
That's all right. That's right. You do that. I'll prop into the British accent, and we'll go.
Oh god. Oh gosh. Anyway, but yeah, so that's what happened to my fish. Like most of them were electrocuted. I think one made it, and I almost electrocuted myself. So
Patty says maybe you need a hermit crab tank.
No, I don't need more tanks. I don't need more tanks. Look, I got the ferrets. Okay, I got the leopard gecko. I got the dog. I'm good. I don't need any more tanks. I don't need any more legs, fins, flippers, wings.
Yeah. Can we see Lilo? Is she hanging out there?
Damn, James, that's cold. With that singer, no wonder he can't find Nemo. I wasn't looking for Nemo. I don't go around looking for Nemo.
I'm not sure, but I think he was talking about me. But I was trying to help anyway. I was just trying to help.
Oh, if that's the case, then yeah, he.
I mean, it could be that, or it could just be that James is a dick. I mean, that's a possibility too.
I mean, that's possible. I don't really know who James is, but whatever.
Hey, James and Sheila are Chuck's neighbor.
Oh, I think I met them when
you have met them. Yeah, they've been here on Halloween. They've been here. Yeah.
Yeah, and then one day at his house when we had to go get that switch out trailers to get that big tank out of that lady's house. Were they in the backyard?
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. Okay. So yeah, I've met them. Okay.
Yeah.
So that's what's up. That's what's up.
So Chuck and I drove up to Orlando to pick up a tank last week before last. Yes, the week before last. And
for 4th of July too. Okay.
Yeah, 4th of July. Yep. Anyway, so we drove to Orlando to pick up this freaking tank. And do you know that Florida actually has hills? Like there are some places in Florida that actually have like hills, like real hills, like you look up and there's a house on a hill, as opposed to just straight across.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, there are some spots in Florida that actually have hills.
Yeah, it's far between, but yeah, they got a couple.
Yeah. I mean, I was thrown. We were actually driving up stuff and driving down stuff, and I'm like, hills. And I have seen those towards Georgia, like when you go way up towards the Springs and up in around there's some hills, but I consider that kind of just like almost Georgia. Right. But no, middle of the freaking state in Orlando area, there's actually some hills over there.
Yeah.
For real.
You'll see some more as you stay in the middle of the state and head up north. You can get into some more.
It's pretty, but you can't get to the beach from there. If you live out in those places, you might as well move to freaking Georgia where there's some actual hills, or North Carolina, Tennessee, where there's like mountains and stuff.
Yeah.
I mean, I don't see the point of living in Florida if you can't get to the beach. I don't get it.
I mean, I guess it depends on where you came from, right? If you came from a state that doesn't have a beach at all, then an hour and a half, 2 hours isn't really that bad.
Yeah, it is. If you have to drive an hour and a half, 2 hours, you don't see the beach but once every 5 years.
I drive 5 minutes and don't see the beach but once every 5 years.
Yeah, well, there is that, I guess.
But that's because we live in Florida. We're used to it. That's somebody's never lived here before. Shit,
I tell you what, man. I tell you, brother.
Ain't too bad.
We need to start getting out there more often. It reminds you why the freak you live here. It does. I mean, like today was beautiful, and we only went to our little fishing cove. We didn't even go out to the beach. We just went to the spot where we go fishing most of the time.
Oh yeah. It's lovely, especially the weather. The weather all week this week has been like phenomenal. So
it has. It was really nice. Water was still freaking cold though.
Yeah,
my toes in there. It's like, oh damn, it's actually cold.
This is the time when if I do go to the beach, this is generally the time of year that I go. I don't really like going in the summertime because it's just too hot.
It is hot, but then you just jump in the water, big deal.
The water's like 90 degrees.
It's enough to cool you down. It's not 90.
It's like bath.
It's never 90. I mean, sometimes it's in the 80s, but
it's close enough.
It's still nice enough to cool you down, though.
Man,
it will.
Please.
It will. So we got a clutch of mystery snail eggs hatching today and tomorrow and the next couple of days.
Why do you call them mystery snail eggs?
That's what they call them, mystery snails.
Oh, that's the actual name of it?
They are actually called mystery snails. Yeah.
Oh, okay.
I don't know why. Well, I guess the Europeans call them apple snails. They're the same thing.
I've heard.
But they get that big around. They're big old chunkers. Yeah.
Yeah.
I got 30 of them. I got 30 of them from somebody a couple of months back, and they're all that big around now. Except now I can only find about 16 of them, so I don't know where the rest of them have gone. I have no idea. They've just fully disappeared. And like I don't have the shells around anywhere, like they died on the floor and I found a shell. No, they're just gone. Don't know where they went.
They left.
No idea. They poofed.
Look, you can't keep them in a bucket, man. They get out.
Man, they're not in a bucket. They're in tanks, Holmes.
Oh, you got to close the tank. They get out. They're snail. They can attach the shit, right?
Really?
Hey, look, I don't know if anybody.
I know they get out, but where do they go from there?
What the hell ever snails do? I don't know. I'm not a snail.
Listen, I'm just telling you, there are 14 snails missing, and you would think that you would look around and find a freaking snail. Not find any. 14 gone. They're just gone. They just don't exist anymore. Mm-hmm. Did my dogs eat them?
I was gonna say maybe some ate them. Maybe like some of the other animals ate them. And the only reason why I say that is because I don't know if you've ever seen it, but I just watched. I guess it's a documentary, but it's called the Biggest Little Farm or the Littlest Big Farm, one of the two. But it's basically about a couple who pretty much lived in the city with their dog, and they couldn't live in the city or at least in that particular apartment anymore. So they decided to just go ahead and go in and move out into a rural area, start a farm, and have plenty of land for their dog. Well,
right.
Long story short, basically they had to go through this like 7-year process because they tried to do everything naturally in terms of how the ecosystem and everything was going to work for vegetation.
Right.
Letting the gophers burrow in the holes and not killing them, so it would retain water when the rainy season came through, to retain the water through the drought. It was really, really cool to see. But they had a real big snail problem, and they did not know how to get rid of the snail problem. These snails are just, they had acres. You're talking, their orchard alone was like 150 acres. And that was just, I think total they had like 300 acres.
Hold on one second. Hey, Andre, how are you doing, brother?
Yo, what's up, Andre?
And Kaler's Aquatics, you're absolutely right. They lived up to their freaking names.
Mystery for sure. But what they did was they didn't want to like use pesticides and stuff like that to kill the snails.
Right.
So they had a bunch of ducks, and they called up this guy, and he was like, "Well, just let the ducks go." So the ducks went out and they took care of all the snails. So maybe
nice.
Something Maybe.
But I don't have any ducks in my house, Eric.
But you got birds and shit.
I don't have any birds. Not in my house.
Well, true, not in the house, but
I mean, unless they're slipping through the window, which I guess they could be. But I feel like I would see them doing that from time to time.
Man, you know you blind half the time.
I'm so blind I wouldn't see a freaking bird come in my house. I'm pretty damn sure I would notice if there was a bird coming in stealing my snails.
Man, whatever. Them birds.
I mean, that Legend could be eating them. Legend could seriously be eating them. He likes to come in this fish room when nobody else is in here and poke around. So, he might well find a snail and munch him once in a while. But
is anything like Lilo? I can see that being very possible.
Well, of course, he's anything like Lilo. He's her brother.
Yeah, I know. That's what I'm saying.
They're exactly the same.
Ants. She tries to chase lizards. She's forever eating ants. She'll lick them up and you just
really.
Yeah, they're all the time.
That's weird.
Anytime she sees an ant, she goes to lick it up. I should have named her Baloo. What
is with the ant? I don't get it. That is very strange.
She likes ants. She likes to chase lizards, and then the rabbits in the backyard. She chases the rabbits.
Kaler's Aquatics, you want to come up, brother? You're in there chatting away. I'd tell Liz to come up, but she's just mean.
Liz can be a little mean sometimes. She can. You just gotta take it with a grain of salt.
Yeah.
And then pour half a pound of salt back on her.
I told my wife to come up, but she won't come up because she has to spend 4 hours putting on makeup before she'll come up.
Oh well, I mean, we got
women got they got to be perfect. They got to be perfect before they're ready to show their face.
I would have liked to have been perfect before I showed my face, but
Eric, you're perfect, brother. You're always perfect.
I know. I don't like to glow. What did it say?
Oh, wait, you want to see something amazing? You want to see something amazing that is definitely not mean? Look at this. Look at that.
What's up, Tank?
What's up, Tankinator? What's up, big boy?
What's up, Tank?
What's up, buddy? What is up, buddy? Yeah, that's the Tankinator. That's the Tankinator.
Yeah, I don't know where Lilo is. If I had to guess, she's probably sitting on the couch up there.
Oh, wait, you're gonna get caught up in the wire there, buddy. Careful. Ledge, you want to come up? Oh, now the ledge wants to come up. Look, there's the ledge bed.
James, you noticed that too, huh? Yeah, I kind of noticed that as well.
What did he notice?
Huh?
What did he notice?
He knows that you combed your beard.
I didn't comb my beard.
You didn't?
No, I just did a lot of this.
Oh,
I probably still have sand from the beach in it right now.
Oh, so you caveman combed it?
I caveman combed it. That's absolutely right.
Gotcha. You caveman combed it. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
We do have new tools. It is 2021. We got real combs.
Man, I don't need any of that shit.
Okay.
I don't need any of that. What? Why?
Mm-hmm. You don't have to have it. I mean, they only like 99 cents, but whatever.
Thanks, Gloria. Man, listen, I don't need a comb. I am just always this.
I don't know. I don't know how to respond to that.
Well,
that could have went a couple of different ways, but
No, listen, I've met you.
I'm gonna keep it PG. I'm gonna keep it PG.
I appreciate that. We are a PG channel for certain.
Okay. Well, can we get a R-rated channel too?
If Liz came up, we'd have an R-rated channel.
Oh boy. I know, right? Liz came on, we'd have to start. Where's the bleep button?
She's gonna come in here and yell at us any moment now.
Watch. So how long did you were at the beach today?
I guess we were out there just not that long, an hour and a half.
Oh, okay.
Hour and a half. Yeah, and I mean it was fun. I haven't been out there in a while. We had red tide for so long. We had red tide for almost a freaking year last year. It's just now kind of clearing up.
I totally forgot all about red tide, to be honest.
Yeah, it was bad all year last year.
Really?
Yeah.
It must have just been down in your area. I mean, I'm sure.
No, it was all up and down the coast. It was all up and down the coast. It would clear up in one spot and end up in Jacksonville, and then it would come down our way again. And I mean, it was just like all year last year. Every time you turned around, there was freaking red tide. Yeah.
Somehow I missed that.
That's because you weren't paying attention, Eric. I mean, as usual.
I mean, I don't.
You need to watch the news once in a while, brother.
I do watch the news.
Well, watch the local news. Don't watch
I do. I watch Bay News 9. That shit.
Stop watching that damn Newsmax shit, getting you.
Newsmax, man. I don't watch that much news. Bay News 9 is about the extent of my news watching. Anything else, I just read that shit online.
Northerner here. What's a red tide? Red tide is a bacterial infection that happens in saltwater, and it kills a lot of fish. It's a normal thing. It's not unusual for red tide in saltwater, but the problem is that it's often caused because of runoff from fertilizers that have been used for farming and that sort of stuff. And they, instead of collecting up their water and purifying it, they just dump it into lakes and rivers, and it runs off, and it eventually ends up in the Gulf of Mexico, and that sparks these red tide outbreaks. And it's really, I mean, it makes the beach just stink. You don't want to go anywhere near it, and it gets in your lungs too, and it makes you all raspy and just always really uncomfortable.
Yeah, and for some people, coughing and like they even experience like a burning sensation in their throat if they get it like really bad.
Yeah, it really messes with Heather, and it really messes with Liz. It kind of messes with me, but it's not as bad as they get it. They get it really bad, and it just stinks. I mean, even all the way in where we live, we're 10 miles in from the beach, and you can still smell it. You go outside and go drive around, and you're like, God, what is that wretch? And it's dead fish, and it's gross, man. And it's I wouldn't say it's really bad for the ecology so much, because the fish that die off become fertilizer in their own right, food in their own right, and other fish eat them up as they come back out. But there is some thought that it might actually harm the coral reefs, and if it's bad enough, you're going to kill off a lot of good fish. So I don't know.
And not only the fish, but like if it's things around here that were eating those fish, and now they can't because that school of fish or schools were depleted, then those animals don't have a food source, like dolphins and whales.
Yeah, that's fact.
Other sea life, So I get into a little fish. Me, I like my whales and dolphins and stuff. I'm a big orca guy. So
yeah, you did that trip out to Seattle for the whales out there, and that was cool, right?
That was a blast. I've never had been to the Pacific Northwest before, so to just go in that area of the country, in addition to being able to see all that sea life and stuff while I was out there, man, it was amazing. I'd go again. And if anybody in the channel's thinking about going, go. I don't know if they're letting people in over there yet, but
right, nobody's letting anybody in over.
If they are, please go. And then go, if you have an opportunity, go check out the San Juan Islands, especially around the summertime. You will not, I repeat, you will not be disappointed.
Yeah, James, you're absolutely right. Tropicana is no pretty smell either. It's not one of my favorites. Burning orange peel is not one of those odors you think to yourself, God, I'd like to smell that every morning.
Oh, he meant the orange peel. I thought he was talking about Tropicana Phil. I was like, damn, James, you just gonna say Tropicana Phil?
Just say that out loud. No. Tropicana, the actual Tropicana production distillery. Yeah, man. They get to burning orange peels at 6 o'clock in the morning, and you wake up with just like, oh my God, what am I smelling? Wind whips down your way, and you're just like overcome with the smell of burnt oranges, which this is not a pretty smell. I mean, you would think that, the smell of boiling orange juice might be okay, maybe, but it ain't pretty.
No, I prefer boiling apple juice personally.
Boiling apple juice, yeah. I like it when it's fermented. Fermented apple juice, that's fun.
Yeah, Kira likes fermented apple. She likes hot apple cider. That's like her new thing.
I like hot apple cider. I do.
Anytime apple cider is, she's all about trying to get hot apple cider.
But man, you got to get the bits out of it. Like people who make fresh hot apple cider, great for you. Good for you. Thank you. I love hot apple cider. But get the bits out of it. Put it through a freaking strainer. Don't serve me a freaking drink I can chew. No, I don't need that.
Well, man, you getting your drink and the meal at the same time?
No.
So judgy.
No.
Yeah. So picky. You just can't be happy with what you got.
I don't want bits in my apple cider. I don't want bits in my in my orange juice either. I don't want bits. I don't want bits in my drinks.
Next time I see you, I'm bringing you a big ass glass of orange juice, and it's gonna be full of pulp.
Then I'll pour it through a strainer. I have coffee strainers. I'm good. You bring it. I'll pour it right through a coffee filter. Everything will be fine.
Not gonna be allowed. I'm gonna burn all your coffee filters.
Except right.
I'm only keep one. That way Heather can make coffee for herself because I don't want to deplete her of her coffee.
Oh yeah, she'd kill you.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, I mean you kibosh her coffee, she kick the shit out of you. You're dead. You're done.
So, but me, I don't know. I'm not a big coffee drinker. Actually, I don't drink coffee really at all. Unless if you ask my daughter, that was funny. Somebody asked me, well, when we were up in Tennessee just a little while ago. In the Great Smoky Mountains. Great Smoky Mountains is a great place to go, by the way, if you've never been.
It is. God, it's beautiful.
Especially during the fall and stuff like that. All the leaves are changing, so it's pretty awesome. But her aunt was meeting us there, and she asked, she goes, does your dad like coffee? She goes, not unless there's ice cream in it. So that's about the only time that I even dabble with coffee. Other than that, I'm more of a tea guy. You're a tea guy? Is that
a chai tea guy or a...
chai tea, green tea, black tea. I mean, tea is for me. That's what I say.
Tea is for me. I like a cup of tea. I prefer iced tea. I do. I'll make a cup of tea and pour it over ice. I live in Florida. Hot drinks don't make it for me so much, except for my coffee. I do have to drink my damn coffee.
See, I don't have that problem.
I have to. I like my coffee. Yeah. There are 9 people hanging out, lurking in this chat, and one of them needs to come up.
Hey, yeah, come on up. Ask me some questions about whatever, whoever, why ever.
You can come on and just call him Magic 8-Ball Head if you want.
Don't do that.
I mean, you can. No, seriously, you can.
No, you can't.
And if he was in the house with you could even rub his head and call him Magic 8-Ball Head, and he might tell you
no,
an answer to one of your questions.
No, social distancing, fucker. You stay.
Yeah.
Social distancing. Can't touch my head. Sorry.
It's so unfair.
That is not unfair. I appreciate it, actually.
Listen, it's unfair.
For who?
For all of us who would love to rub the Magic 8-Ball Head and get answers to our questions.
Well, you can't always do the things that you want to do. I can give you answers to your questions, but
fucking killjoy.
You don't need to rub my head to get it.
What a killjoy. Absolute killjoy.
Whatever. How many tanks you got now, anyway? Since I've been down,
a freaking lot. So we're at about 3,400 gallons of water right now, total. So we've got. I take that back. We're at like 3,700 gallons of water right now. We're at about 3,000. We're at about 3,000 outside and about 700 inside. The 400 gallon hasn't even been set up yet because my friends that only live an hour away don't come help me.
Man, I told you.
Inside.
I told you.
What you told me?
I told you that the fish thing. That's you. You do you. You do you. I will help you when I can, but all
I need is help moving a stand, man.
Well, you haven't called me to help you move a stand lately.
That's because the last couple of times I called you to help move a stand, you were like, "No, I got shit to do."
Oh well, I'm sorry if you showed up and asked me to help you move a stand when I was literally getting ready to go somewhere within like the next hour that was important. Next time, pick up the phone and call. See, I almost made this R-rated, right?
R-rated again. Yeah. Yeah, I appreciate that. I do. I appreciate that you're holding it back. It's not midnight yet.
Yeah, it's not midnight yet. I can't get that vulgar, I guess. But yeah, no. See, for all y'all who don't know, I don't even remember what I had to do that day, but I was literally getting ready to go somewhere, and he shows up just out of nowhere. Hadn't talked to him probably like 2-3 weeks at this point.
All right, Andre, is that your? Andre's like he'll help as long as I spot him some gas money, but he's probably driving here from like Michigan. $300 later.
Yeah, right.
Andre, I appreciate that. I really do. But
buy you a train.
I don't got money like that.
But yeah, so he just
Andre's like, sweet Florida vacation.
Yeah, right.
Mm-hmm.
Hey, it is spring break, so
it is spring break. You know what though? I really appreciate it. It has been kept kind of on the down low this year. We were out at the beach. There weren't a bunch of freaking teenagers all over the place. It was, either their parents said, "No, you ain't traveling to Florida," or I don't know what. But they're not here like they normally are.
No. Well, I mean, shit. Most of them haven't been in school, so they probably just think, fuck it, we just stay.
I've been on spring break for the last year.
Yeah, exactly. What's different? I've been going to the beach every day. No, I'm just kidding.
Yeah.
I do my classes at the beach. Like,
right.
I get my hot spot and I'm good.
I'll tell you what, there are going to be a lot of students that are really pissed off to have to go back to actual school again in a year.
I know. Kira doesn't want to. She would much rather stay home.
Listen, why not? I mean, as long as you're getting the same education. Now, I mean, you're not getting the social interaction, but you can do that, other ways. But as long as you're learning what you need to learn, you can do it in half the time. You can do it at your own pace, and you can,
Well, it depends if they let you do that. Like some teachers have you, stay within their parameters because they don't want classes to go ahead of each other. Like for instance, Kira she does her online school, but she's in a class with other people in class with the teacher, so she can only go as fast as the teacher's putting out the information or whatever it is that they got going on. So it's different for everyone in terms of what the schooling is.
Right.
Whereas on Florida virtual school, then at that point, I think they're a little bit more to kind of go at their own pace, whether they're faster or a little bit slower. But if they're doing like a online school, like there's an actual teacher in there and it's their school of choice, like she goes to, well, I ain't gonna say where she goes, but she goes to her high school. If she was still going there in person, everything else will still be the same. Right. So there's some people there, teacher there. But her biggest complaint was that she didn't feel that she could get the help that she needed when she needed to get it.
Oh, right. She wasn't able to just go, hey, teach, give me some.
Yeah, hey, teach, what is this? Or, tutoring time for set up and schedule is properly. So it's been a little bit of a balance. But
I don't know, though, man. If Kira was allowed to go at her own pace, she'd already be graduated from freaking her master's degree, probably. So,
yes and no. Because funny enough, because she decided to just do AP classes instead of staying into the IB program, she ended up doing AP classes instead this semester because of her IB credits. She could graduate this at the end of this semester.
Right.
You could technically graduate as a junior. She only had credit, but she didn't want to graduate early. She wanted to, experience her senior year and all that stuff.
Right.
So she's going back for another one.
Right.
I was like, which I was kind of thankful about, because then I'm like, well, then that means you're like going to college at 17. And I'm like, yeah, go ahead and stay one more year just in case. Just stay back.
Right. James, that's actually a good point. There are a lot of parents who can't afford computers. But I mean, richest country in the world, we can give away a few freaking computers. Just saying.
I mean, we're giving away a lot of money, right? So why can't we just throw a couple of computers in the equation? But
it's not like that money is real anyway. We just print that shit. So,
well, of course.
I mean, whatever. Anyway,
you just got paper back there, just ready to hit the button.
Yeah, that's pretty much it. It.
But one day, maybe that'll change. But that's a whole different discussion for another day.
Yeah, it is. Yeah, not today.
Not today. Not
freaking today, man. Speaking of just money and how weird it is, right? So we're trying to get grants, and just in November and December, I started looking up grants to try and get for the next year, and there were 50, 100 of them listed all over the place. This grant for that grant for this, all things that fit into our fish rescue. That I was pretty sure if we got the paperwork done and everything taken care of, we'd probably land at least one or two of them, right? But so 2021 rolls around, and all the money for those grants dried up. It's gone. There's no state grant money at all. There's federal grant money out there still that kind of fits into what we do. But the problem with federal grants is you got to hire grant writers. You have to go through this whole process with the federal government. And it's all, it's just craziness. Whereas the local ones, you just kind of go, this is what we'd like to get done. and they go, "Oh, that sounds like a good idea," and so they throw some money at you. But boy, that is not the case now. Just literally 2021, the year rolled over and all that grant money dried up. It doesn't exist. There's like 3 or 4 grants out there that might maybe kind of sort of fit into what we do.
Yeah, I'm sure there's a lot of that in probably other sectors as well. So.
I'm sure, but the rescue money has dried up. There's like, unless it's individuals that are offering those grants, but most of those individual grants are like for the dog and cat rescues and that sort of stuff. When it comes to ecology or fish, they don't care.
Somebody say you can advertise for grant writers on Volunteer Match.
Yeah, you can. I can do it on Guru as well. There's grant writers all over the place, but you still got to have some money to put out to a grant writer to write the damn grant. And find me a grant writer that says, if I get you the grant, you can pay me, then I'm all in. But it doesn't really work that way. Everybody wants a couple of $100 bucks.
Like you better do what you used to do and get back out of on them corners. No, I'm just kidding.
Cute. Should I put up with
show a little leg or two? You might get a couple pennies tossed your way.
I am pretty like that.
I don't know about that. You might have to pay them.
Wow.
I'm just kidding. I love you.
I'm feeling the love. I feel it. It's all warm and fuzzy. And
all right, that's too much. TMI.
All right, so listen, man, we've been at this for an hour. We could probably do this all freaking night.
Well, yeah, it's not like we haven't before. Not streamed.
Probably do this all freaking night. But
if you guys have only sat in on some of the sessions that we've had, that have
hey, don't tell our secrets. Shh.
Yeah, I'm just saying.
Anyway, shh.
You would never be the same.
Down low, on the down low.
You would never be the same.
None of this stuff is to be shared. None of this stuff is to be shared. All right, brother. Well, we have taken up enough time of these lovely people's time.
And
who are probably like, yeah, man. But these people are like, did you even talk about fish? Do you even have fish? What's with the fish? They think the thing behind me is a green screen. That's not
probably.
fish.
That's what I thought at first.
It's just a deep. Let me answer deep. Shut up.
That's what I thought.
So guys, thank you so much for hanging out with us and listening to us babble. And hopefully we can get back on here and do this again another week or so. Maybe we'll get the kid on too. And anybody who wants to come up, you should probably think about coming up next week. I know you guys didn't put your makeup on tonight, but next week you can put your makeup on and come on up.
Come on, man. It's Friday night. You should already have your makeup on. I know half of you going out. So
half these people are sitting in a bar right now looking at their phone.
I know, right? But hey, thank you for having me. It was a blast. It was fun. So,
yeah, man, it was fun. So I'll see you next week or the week after, whatever.
Hold on now, because you just now looping
tomorrow then
on Friday nights.
Yeah, we'll see. We'll work it out. All right. So anyway, bye everybody. Thanks so much for hanging with us.
Peace.
And we'll see you next time.